Foodies of the internet, what is happening? Welcome aboard. It is another Foodies and Friends. We are coming to you live. I'm joined by my co-host, my colleague, my partner in crime, my partner in food, Katie Stone.
Hello. It's nice
How do you like that for an intro?
It's a wonderful intro. It's getting better over time.
I've been practicing. Well, we're another great restaurant and another great restaurateur.
Thank you.
Tell everybody where we're at.
Well, we are, of course, at White Elm Brasserie on the west side, and Chico Ramirez is the owner, proprietor, partner, extraordinaire.
Yes, all of the above.
I was really excited when Katie said we were coming back because we had a great segment for Houston Restaurant Weeks here, and whenever the restaurants stick out and you're almost 6 months away from it, that's a good sign. Because I don't remember much, but I remember being here that morning.
It was quick, but it was a lot of fun. That was such a great event for us last year. We learned a lot, and funny enough, one of the items we're bringing out to get started with came from Houston Restaurant Weeks, one of our appetizers.
All right.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that I noticed that was different from, we can go ahead and start with one of these, was you guys just recently underwent a little bit of a change, and so you were White Elm Bakery and Cafe.
Yes, Cafe Bakery.
And I saw on Instagram that you guys announced a little bit of a concept change, and so I was interested in that. This is my neighborhood. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the change and what brought that on?
Like a lot of folks that have opened in the last 2 years, what a wild ride it's been. For us, we started this project with one thing in mind. Love the West Side, love this neighborhood, and really felt like we put our mark on it, but we wanted to kind of take it to the next level, become a complete restaurant stop for everybody on the West Side. Hence the name change, the addition of a lot of new entrees, the full liquor license, which we're very excited about. So more than just being breakfast, lunch, and early dinner, we really wanted to be the full dinner experience, full service, having a lot of fun for folks in the neighborhood.
I love it. Well, we've got a little. We're going to go to our food cam because we do have our first contestant, our first menu item of the day. Look at it. It looks good. I think you're good. I think you were good. Chico, tell us about it. What's on here?
Brand new addition to the appetizer menu. This is our charcuterie board featuring duck rillette on our own baked crostinis with our French baguette, fresh prosciutto, brie and Stilton cheeses. Stilton is in the Roquefort family, just not as stinky. And then we added dried figs as well as walnuts, and then gave a loving touch of truffle honey over the top of everything.
Wow.
And the customers are loving it?
Everybody's loving it thus far. I'm
a stinky cheese guy, so
you're going to love this.
The stinkier you go, the better I am.
Yes.
All right. I think I might even take a little nibble. We're going to pull this off the camera. Yeah, we go. There she goes. She's going away. All right. Yeah, just give me a little silverware. And
what do you want to go for first?
I don't know. So let's talk cheese. Where does your cheese come from?
So the brie and the Stilton both come from Dairy Maid.
Love them.
Houston folks.
In the Heights.
Great folks, yeah. Absolutely.
Kill it every time.
Absolutely. Prosciutto from a small vendor. The duck rillette we do at house. It's a duck confit. I'll just give you a little bit of the quick points. Minced duck confit, garlic, parsley, pickled red onion, and duck fat. And we all know we can't live without duck fat.
All of the words.
I'm going to sample this first.
Yeah. Oh.
I like to do a little bit separate.
Oh my God.
From
it's like kicking the door open.
Oh,
what?
Really, really good.
Is it delicious? Is it delicious?
Yes, it's really good.
Guys, right there. There we go.
So should I do everything together or separately?
It's really player's choice. Mm-hmm. So obviously we kind of lead people like, hey, go ahead and do the duck rillette on top of the crostini, or mix and match however you see. My kids, when they come in, they usually knock out the bread and the rillette first, and then have nothing to do with everything else. While my wife and I play cleanup duty after that.
Dude, this cheese is crazy.
Which one did you try?
Stilton.
You tried this one yet?
Not the brie.
This is the brie.
So my partners Scott and Stacy Simonson, that owns Chez New up in Humboldt,
Okay.
They spent about 6 months in France, classically trained.
Yeah.
And we've been pushing more and more with the French vibe, the Mediterranean vibe. They also spent about a year and a half in the Virgin Islands. One of the dishes we'll bring out later really highlights that experience with seafood and things that you would associate with the Virgin Islands.
And you know, she knew, I mean, obviously been around here in
Long
Houston
time.
forever. That was where I went for my middle school class French trip that my mother came
Really?
with us. And you know,
Oh, that's right. You told me about
she
this.
was always working during the time that, you know, we were going out on field trips, but this was happened to be at a time she was in Houston, and it was, you know, I think she knew you or she knew someone else, and so she came with us, and it was just one of my favorite memories of growing up.
Is up. Tell us about this one, Chico.
So next up to bat, we've got our crab and shrimp fritters, fresh Gulf shrimp and crab meat. We do that on top of a bed of honey habanero aioli.
And is this what kind of dishes? Is it an appetizer?
Appetizer dish as well, brand new to the menu.
Oh, I love that.
We use a pate choux, almost like an eclair dough, for the breading. Mix that with, then going to my notes here.
It looks beautiful.
Really beautiful.
Red bell pepper, jalapeno, scallion, lemon. Just it's a fun dish. It's an easy dish. And again, paying a little bit of nod to some of flavors from here in the South and the Gulf as well.
This duck is crazy. It's so delicious.
Ruben might not want to let the duck go.
So delicious.
And what was this?
Prosciutto.
Did you try the prosciutto?
I will.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I mean, someone has to, you know.
That's Ruben's apartment.
That's Ruben's
There
apartment.
you go.
Katie.
Yeah.
Katie's keeping it light. Going in. And forgive me if I'm using fingers here. If I'm doing this wrong, I apologize.
No, not at all. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. We've got another board on the appetizer menu that features our baguette along with some of the dips that we have that we've now added to the menu. And again, it's just a family experience that we wanted to invite everybody for.
A couple of cocktails appearing.
This is
I
part
don't know
of.
if we can get them on camera, but
This is
we
part
might
of
have to hold these up.
your new addition, right?
Yes.
Nico? So you didn't have these before.
No. Everything. It's been a great experience because this has been an evolutionary menu for us. All right, so real quick, I'll give you the.
I've got this one first.
This is the White Elm Margarita right here in
Okay.
Katie's hand. This is our strawberry basil margarita
Oh my
made
God.
with Patron. And then we've got, in Ruben's hand, we've got the Sunny Breeze, which is kale citron, splash of orange,
Yeah.
and then cranberry juice.
I love it.
Should we?
Yeah. Go. Ready?
Cheers. There you go.
All right, here we
Cheers.
go.
And this is.
A little bit of tahini, salt, and sugar.
Super crisp, very light.
Really nice.
That's going to be a big one for the summer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like everything that's going on there. How's yours?
You want to try it? It's really good. It's very good. It's really
It's
good.
family, we share.
It's really good. Like really.
That's
light.
fantastic.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
And who's
Yeah.
coming up with the bar menu for you guys?
So one of our assistant managers, she spent a lot of time with our general manager, Richard Brown, and they really delved in and talked to people, went down to local specs. Hey, what is everybody drinking?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we base this stuff on.
Love it.
Yeah, it'll be great for someone. For sure.
We're excited too. Not even 2 weeks now that we've got the liquor license. So the great reviews thus far, and looking forward to more.
I think so. We're going to move that out of the way.
There,
I
and
need
I wanna
one more
try the
piece of cheese. I'm sorry.
fritters.
I need one more piece of cheese.
I heard you mention fritters when we got here,
Yes.
and I got slightly interested. I'm de-emphasizing the word slightly.
So these were from actually, a version of these were from last year's Houston restaurant.
Okay, so this is the menu.
And quite possibly, these were hands down numero uno.
This was the hit.
Really?
Okay.
Numero uno favorite.
All right.
So we started in more R&D and really dialed it in with the honey habanero aioli and then the ingredients that went into the fritter itself. So.
And now, was it a new dish that you introduced just for Houston Restaurant Weeks?
Oh yeah, we
It
did.
was new.
Never made
Okay.
the menu, and then we brought it back
Oh,
and
wow.
R&D'd it.
Oh, wow. I love that. I love hearing that because a lot of, I mean, most of the time, restaurants have a nice mix of, you know, kind of their normal, everyday,
Yeah.
great items that everybody's used to, and then they like to sprinkle in a few new items to kind of see how people are going to react. And so when we hear that something was was well received and that it was a good item.
Well, in restaurant, we really was a great laboratory for us, because we did introduce all new menu items, and we saw the reception that we got to not only vegetarian and vegan menus items that we put out for that, but stuff like this.
Yeah,
so it really does. It helps. It absolutely helps.
So good to hear. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really, 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 really good.
Okay.
That's really good.
This is incredibly fantastic. Like, whoa, what is in this?
So we've got Gulf crab, a little bit of jalapeno, lemon, green onions, scallions. Again, let me just check my notes. Yep, that's everything. Red bell pepper and jalapeno for a little bit of
Crispy
spice.
on the outside, fluffy on the inside.
Okay.
I mean, for folks out in this area, like seriously, there are a lot of starting to more and more options for folks. You know, and I think you guys are kind of in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, it's an underserved part of town, and there's such beautiful communities out here. We really wanted to be a part of that and bring what we've done in the past in other parts of the city over here.
I like where this is going.
Yeah.
And Katie does too, because she can walk here.
I know, I could literally walk here, ride my bike. This is, and then what was underneath?
That is a honey habanero peyote.
And you make it here.
Everything is
It
house
is so good. Like
Fresh made.
this could be good just on this, on bread with a little bit of, cheese. Oh yeah, Jim, here you go.
Our,
Our
one of our assistant directors here.
Yep.
It's always
Marley,
good
would
to
you like
taste
to
test.
try one?
Marley?
Marley,
in there.
University of Houston
It's-
Honors
yeah.
Program intern.
Please feed the intern. It's fantastic, right? So
Right?
good. Yeah.
Right? So
Wow.
good. How is it, Marley?
Do like the blues,
Crazy
but it's just
good,
going to
right?
throw one at you.
Yeah. Kind of insane.
wouldn't
Kind of
miss
insane.
it.
Really, really
Well
good.
done. You're 2 for 2, my friend.
I appreciate
You are
it.
batting
Do you have
1,000.
any more food
Just
items?
letting you know right now.
Marley, you want to go and check and see if they're bring some more food items?
Our cheese is fantastic too, man. Everything so far, home
Yeah.
run. And there's a full bar. Come on.
Yeah, so 2 weeks.
I might only make it as far as your house when I leave
We're-
here tonight, so I hope the couch is available.
Yeah. And the other reason I really liked coming back here too is because of how beautiful the restaurant is. We tried to do the camera angle so you guys could see. There's even another private room in back of us, and then there's a patio too on the other side.
Yep.
That's really nice and
Good room, good space.
Yeah.
Good
I'm super fortunate. My wife Wendy owns a small interior design firm called Wind Design Works. She's designed our last 3 restaurants, so a lot of
I love it.
everything that goes into it.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. I just keep going back to the duck.
Just waiting for food.
I'm just gonna make myself crazy.
You want to check?
Mmm.
Yeah.
Mmm.
How's that? Well, don't fill up because we've
For
got some
folks
more
that
food
for
coming.
folks that don't know you, aren't familiar with the restaurant, talk a little bit about your background in the business.
Oh, I've been in this 30 plus years at this point. I always say it's kind of like the mafia. Once you're in, they just don't let you out. My most recent project prior to this was Field and Tides with Travis Lenning over in the Heights.
Mhm.
Before that was the Boot Cajun Bonton, which is just a great little
Oh, I didn't know you were
crawfish.
connected to that. Oh.
I did that with my best friend Billy Duplichan.
Yep.
And his family. Just blessed that have been part of 2 projects that are still ultra successful to this day. And then now this project, with Scott and Stacy, we are tickled pink at where it's going.
You're like a one-man culinary incubator.
I don't know about all that.
I think so. That's the feeling I'm getting
I'm
right now.
grateful that you're here on the west side. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
because,
You know what we're gonna do? Look at this on the food
Oh,
camera.
boy.
Chico, tell me, because that
Okay,
you are
food
speaking
cam.
my language, my friend.
Up next is our vegan option. This is our Farmer's Harvest Bowl. Sauteed farro, broccoli, sweet corn, summer squash, cabbage, sweet red peppers, carrots, and basil pea stew.
Oh my goodness.
It's a nod to a meal that can fill you up. Almost feels like a rib sticker.
Yeah.
But 100% healthy. You can walk away 20 minutes later feeling ready to run, a 5K.
Brother.
Mm-hmm.
Brother.
Good stuff all the way
Yeah,
around.
and it's and I think especially in Houston, I think there's a lot of restaurants coming online that some that are completely vegan and a lot of people adding a lot more vegan options. I think people are getting used to it. They're understanding that this can be just packed with flavor. It can be a dish that
Absolutely.
they can just absolutely be a main course.
I think it's a must in today's environment.
Sure.
You have to have the options that aren't just mixed vegetables from
Absolutely.
a saute pan.
Absolutely.
You have to put some thought and some time into. And Scott and Stacy, again, huge thoughts behind what they do and how they treat the food, how they present the food, especially from the fresh aspect, and that's what they've done with this.
Well, you are winning, my friend. So it looks spectacular.
You want to try this?
Katie, I think I know what you're thinking.
Oh yeah, this is definitely. So Chico, have you guys? How's it been? How's business been for you guys? How has your traffic been? How has your issues with your?
Each year is getting better.
Yeah.
So we opened in August of 2020, wild ride. 2021, again, wild ride, but better than the first year. And this year now we're 4 months in, not quite full 4 months, but it just continues. The reviews that we get, the participation from others outside of the community. And that's one of the things we want is for others that, aren't from around here per se, maybe a little further west or east, come visit us, see us at dinner, check it all out.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So first of all, let's talk. Food cam is up. Let's talk about this dish right here, and then we will circle back to this delicious dish.
So next up is our sweet potato lasagna. So again, this is a vegetarian option, absolutely out of this world. Now to look at that, you would say there's no way I can eat all of that. I have seen folks absolutely devour that, and again, 30, 45 minutes later, they're going to go to run the 5K because it's not heavy. It doesn't have a ton of things in it that you don't need.
This is the kind of dish, Ruben, that I would call and pick up to go and then nibble on it and then put it in the fridge and then have it 4 hours later.
Absolutely.
That's my kind of dish.
Absolutely. So the starch, the sweet potato acts as the pasta.
Right.
A little bit of ricotta. You've got the spinach in there. We do our own marinara sauce. Since you probably killed me for saying that we also utilize for our hand-tossed pizzas. It really is. It's a solid dish.
Yeah, and it's humongous too. Ruben, how is this? I was not expecting this to be warm, and what a pleasant surprise that was.
Yes.
What I love is, so everything is cooked perfectly, right? So you get a little bit of crunch, you get something that's a little bit more, softer to the touch, and then there's also like some little creamy element in there as well. It's well done, man. It's super delicious.
And for those of you that, if someone doesn't want to do the straight vegan option, you can go ahead and add any of the proteins, roast chicken, grilled shrimp. It really completely totally up to you.
Yeah, that would be great with anything, really.
Definitely be a Swiss Army knife on the menu,
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
It is really good.
I love it.
Really good. Yeah.
Love it. I'm going in again. I'm sorry.
This.
Katie, you're going to have to do more talking.
Did you guys do a clothing dish during HRW?
We did.
Okay.
We
This it could be something similar.
Something very similar, and we've done that dish. It was a tomato stack where we did some fresh citrus in it, and we offer that as a special once or twice a month. Something along those lines,
Right.
Just to keep people guessing.
Right.
So it's a fun dish.
And for our viewers, I can't read comments, guys. I'm sorry because we're using a couple of phones as our main cameras here. Technology, I love it. Anyway, but if you are watching, I want to encourage you to hit the share button so we can let the rest of the foodies out there know what's going on this show. We're featuring so many of the incredible Houston, restaurants that you may not know are here. And if you are visiting the Bayou City, you go to the YouTube channel and you can catch up on all of these and find the restaurant you want to visit. Okay, food cam is up. Let's do it.
Up next, we have our American Wagyu steak.
Ooh.
So this is something we felt very important about. We've had a couple of iterations of steak on the menu, but when we were presented with the opportunity to do a Steak River Farms American Wagyu, it's coming in at just about 6 or 7 ounces. We've got a blue cheese butter on top. So it's a compound butter that we do with Roquefort cheese, Dijon mustard, Kentucky bourbon, black pepper, and chives. Served with our own garlic smashed potatoes and the baby carrots.
Everything is just so beautiful too, Chico. Like you have true artists in the kitchen.
Well, it is them. My hat's off. I think all of us at this table know that so hard right now to find staff. So hard to find. And we are blessed. We have literally had the same staff since we opened the door. I've got the same 5 servers that work their tails off each and every day.
That's
I've got an amazing crew in the kitchen that works. And again, consistency plays into quality.
Right.
all day, every day. So
Wow.
That's incredible.
Well done. I
Really.
mean, everything has been
Very.
fantastic. What are you about to do?
Oh yeah, what do you think? Why do you think I took this on the
I'm
food
waiting
cam?
for you because this is the dish on the table
Oh, I
that
can
says
smell.
Katie Stone. They may have to rename it.
And this is the actual size?
Yes.
They may have to
Each
rename
piece
it.
comes out that
Get in
big.
there. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Very curious.
So this is definitely.
Hit me with your best shot.
People,
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
how did they do that?
Well, I like to take credit for it, but again, I defer to my partners. They've
You
done
can-
an amazing
Wow.
job in putting flavors like this together. I'll be honest, when they first told me about it,
Right.
I was a little hesitant. I said, sweet potatoes, no pasta.
yeah.
He said, just trust us. And I'll tell you what, I trust them implicitly.
Oh
Implicitly.
See how I used my knife there?
goodness. I've never had this before. I've never had anything like this. But oh my goodness.
Ruben's a professional.
I'm trying. Looks good.
Really, 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 really good. Like I feel like my son would eat this too.
Well, my daughter's
You don't need the pasta. The sweet potato works. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah.
My daughter's a huge marinara fan. And I told her what it was once. She's 10 years old. She's like, I don't know, Daddy. She jumped into it and loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Totally something that my son would like. Yeah, sure.
I love that. So all of these already up and on the menu.
Already up and on the menu, ready to go.
Very cool.
So has there been one dish? Is something out of you redo the menu, you add some things to it, kind of a new vibe. What do you think? Is there a clear favorite so far among the bestseller?
I would say that the one we're about to present, for a couple of different reasons. One is the appearance of the dish is different.
Okay.
It's fun. Two is the flavor profile, something completely different.
Well, that in TV, my friend, is what we call a tease.
Oh.
Well done.
So up next is our La Martinique, and this is an ode to the time that was spent in the Virgin Islands creating this dish. It is fresh caught branzini.
Okay.
We bake that in banana leaf.
Okay.
Once it comes out of the oven, we go ahead and cut it open, and we top that with our own coconut curry broth. And again,
Oh my
served
God.
really simple but very
Oh
well
my
done.
goodness.
Fingerling potatoes and then chef's vegetable medley. And I'll tell you what, this is the standout dish for me.
That's the one.
Does
All right.
this look okay on the food cam, you guys?
We're waiting for food camp. It's coming up in a second,
Oh, yeah.
and you're gonna love it when you see it.
I'm gonna try this though.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Get in there. Hours of operation for you, Chico.
So we are here Monday through Friday, open at 7 a.m. Dinner service begins at 4 p.m. daily, except for Sunday and Monday. We're hoping to expand those hours soon. Breakfast goes from 7 to 11, and that's a completely separate menu.
That's what I
Monday
was
through
gonna
Friday.
ask you. You're
Yeah.
still doing, because this place is kind of packed in the morning.
In the
And I go
mornings,
down-
yes.
I drive down Memorial to drop my son off at school. This place is,
And we've actually opened an hour earlier now,
Okay.
as we've seen more people starting to go back to work. A lot of the executives were asking, hey, can you get open at 7? So we were finally able to staff up and be able to do that. So 7 to 11 breakfast, Monday through Friday. Lunch starts at 11.
Right.
That goes through 9 o'clock with the daily menu, excuse me. And then brunch service on Saturdays and Sundays, 8 to 3 p.m.
Tell me about your brunch. What kind of,
That'd be a whole other segment. We've got a lot of fun stuff.
Chico
on
says
breakfast,
Chico says
pizza,
we have to come back for that one.
anything to keep you guys coming
Thank you,
back.
man. Thank you.
Yes,
well, yeah, especially you're in my neighborhood.
All right, so I don't know if we're going to get this one on the food camp. We may have hit a little technical snafu, but
We can hold it
if
up.
not, we can hold it up. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right here.
Look at this, guys. Look at it. Look at that beautiful. From the islands to your table.
You can smell.
Tell me again what it's called.
So this is the La Martinique. Again, it's an ode to time spent in the Virgin Islands. Fresh branzini baked inside banana leaf, topped with a coconut curry broth,
Oh my God.
fingerling potatoes, and chef's vegetable medley. Really an outstanding dish. Really is an outstanding.
Katie, you feeling fishy today or no?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna be believe how beautiful this is.
All right, here we go.
Oh, and coconut curry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reaction we like.
Winner for me. So
Wow.
this is my favorite of the day. Winner for me. Yes.
Well,
This is,
I'm gonna go with, it's like saying which one's your favorite child, you know? I mean, dude, I love everything that's been, honestly, and I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, it's all very, very nice.
Man.
We've gotten such great recognition at this point for our daytime menu, and again, this was one of the founding reasons for wanting to expand the name and expand the offerings at night to show people what we were capable of, that we are that complete destination.
You can do it. Yeah, you definitely can do it. You guys can do it.
And again, I say this side of town, we're in need of more options over here, and if we can be another dining option at dinner, which
Absolutely.
I know that we can, and we're going to do that.
Yeah, and again, it's a good spot, it's a good time when stuff's really starting to pop out here. It's like, it wasn't that long ago, you had no options in Katy. And now look what's happening.
Yeah.
You've got that cool little Asian town kind of strip in there. We featured at least 3 different restaurants last Houston Restaurant Weeks.
Pearl
We went to.
Mine, Got Eatery.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of
Tobias Sushi.
There's a lot of stuff out there.
Um,
But yeah, that's exactly what's happening here, kind of in the Memorial area, which is fantastic.
If you saw what happened in the Heights, which I got to experience
Right.
going back into the Liberty Kitchen days, when I was the director of operations for them, this explosion in a very confined area that's happened very quickly. And I feel the same way about this side of town. We've got a beautiful young base of families, young executives, energy folks out here in the energy corridor that are moving here. And they want places much like you can find in downtown, the Heights, Upper Kirby, such and so forth. Same flavors, same ambiance, same atmosphere, same great everything.
you could really do even like wine dinners now and stuff because
We did a few last year. We had a great response to it. Again, coming out of all the things that the country, that just the last 2 years that we've gone through, we're putting into the calendar now these ideas again that we started with, and I think that we'll start to find more traction with them. Absolutely.
So we're going to swap out here. We're coming up on the end of the run, but we need to talk about the sweetness. This always makes Katie happy.
Now, this is all about Katie. 100% about Katie.
And I want to say one thing, and it's going to come up. Oh, there it is. It's on the food cam. All right, Chico, so this is what I want you to do. Let's start here. This looks like chocolate.
Absolutely.
Let's work our way across.
So this is our tart trio. The first right here is going to be our chocolate hazelnut tart, all done in a chocolate graham cracker crust. We then move on to our white chocolate raspberry tart, fresh raspberries, also done in graham cracker crust. And last but not least is our key lime, done with toasted meringue on top, drizzled with a little bit of caramel sauce under each one of those. So this is the trio that we can serve for larger parties, or you can do each one individually.
I was about to see if you can get one individual. Katie,
Nice.
I mean, beautiful.
I know.
Right?
It's just like a.
I can hear the gears turning in your head. I know exactly what's happening.
Wait, do you know which one I'm going to choose?
Exactly, you're going right there. Yeah. Behind
Y'all know
door,
each other too
behind
well.
door number 1. The party starts. So Chico, while Katie's thinking, I love the fact that you said that you have not lost any staff. You've kept the same staff since you opened. That tells me, and a deal breaker for me a lot of the time, it could be at a great restaurant, it could look good, the ambience is fine, and if the wait staff can't answer my questions, or I get the feeling that they're really not familiar with the menu or whatever, that takes so much of the experience out of it for me.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad that because they've come through it with you, and I bet you everybody knows this menu inside and out.
You can have outstanding food, but if someone can't talk to you about it, can't share with you the love and the passion that goes into it, it takes something away from it.
Yep.
I believe that wholeheartedly. Scott, my partner, he talks about investing in your knowledge. You can't be a great salesperson without knowing your product inside and out.
Right.
We encourage the staff to eat as much or as often as they would like. Because again, you can read something on a piece of paper.
You have
but
to
if
explain
you
the
don't
food. Yeah, you
you
got
don't experience it,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just don't understand it.
Yeah, and I'll have a question, and I kind of know what I like, but if I'm asking a question about the, and if all I get is like, that's one of my favorites, I'm like, is it really?
Is it really?
Yeah. So anyway,
You can
so
say
I love the fact that, how is it? Give me your
it's something that I shall be taking home.
Yes, of course.
And
Yes.
it's not something that will be traveling anywhere with you.
No,
Let's
no.
just put that out there.
It's good. Let's finish up with these. Let's go one at a time. What do we have here?
Okay, in Ruben's Ham, we have the boozy pick-me-up that is Kahlua, a little bit of Cat's coffee, my good friend Avi Katz' espresso in
The
there.
legendary
Tito's.
Avi Katz.
Yes, the legendary. And then last is going to be our cool cucumber. The cool cucumber is with the Kettle One cucumber, fresh lemon juice, and mint.
Little sip.
You want to try?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Yes. Oh.
I like that.
Wait,
I like that a lot.
wait, try this. Yes.
It's
yes.
all you.
It's so good.
It's all you.
It's so good.
I
Yeah.
probably don't need to sample 4 different cocktails. I think I'm okay.
Like we say, most of the specialty drinks on the menu, you would drink them fairly quickly and not realize how much trouble you do with yourself.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially this
Yes.
first one that you gave us.
Strawberry
It
basil margarita.
tastes
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
fruit juice
Yeah.
or, something that you would have at a kid's party.
Well, you could always, if you do come down here and have, a couple of these, and you don't want to go all the way home, just DM Katie.
Oh, yeah, that's
and,
exactly
her
what
couch,
we're
her couch, her
That's
couch is available.
exactly what you
I
should
think
do.
we're. Are we over? Where are we on time?
We are at 1
Yeah,
minute
we're done.
over.
We are 1 minute over. We're going to wrap it up because we don't want to get anybody in trouble. Chico, thank you for inviting us. Thank you for cooking these incredible
Appreciate it.
dishes.
Thank you so much,
Pleasure.
Chico.
We
This
wish
is
you
amazing.
all the best, guys. Again, White Elm Brasserie
Yes,
out
sir.
here, right off of what address? Throw it out there.
We are at 14079 Memorial Drive, corner of Kirkwood and Memorial.
Yes.
There you go. Foodies of Earth, make your plans. We will see you next Wednesday at 3 o'clock. We're going to do this all over again. Another incredible restaurant. We'll see you later.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.